So this is what I do when I'm in quarantine. I do crosswords.
John Suk has had a lot of extra time recently because he's been in quarantine without knowing why. Suk, who lives in St. Catharines, returned to Canada last week from a trip to Europe. He filled out the mandatory ArriveCAN entry app for travelers and is fully vaccinated, which means he doesn't have to quarantine. But then, Suk got several strange emails and a robocall instructing him to isolate for 14 days. So he reluctantly complied.
This robocall was full of threatening messages like prison time, so I figured I'm not going to risk this.
But it turns out there's no risk. The federal government told CBC News that due to a technical glitch with the ArriveCAN app, a small number of travelers received an erroneous notification instructing people to quarantine.
You know what the government should do with that app? Throw it in the garbage.
ArriveCAN is a user-friendly digital tool.
Travelers entering Canada must use ArriveCAN to input their travel and vaccination information or face a 14-day quarantine, even a fine. But some politicians and tourism groups say it's time to scrap mandatory use of the app.
Anything that is complicating the travel process, the travel journey right now, is having a negative impact on the return of people traveling again.
The Public Health Agency of Canada says ArriveCAN is a necessary tool that helps keep Canadians safe and improves processing times at the border. But the union representing customs officers says the app can actually create congestion.
What we're experiencing is about 35% approximately of travelers are arriving without having completed the app. We end up having to help them do it.
You're not required to quarantine.
But at least there's good news for Suk. He just got an updated email from the government informing him it had made an inaccurate request to quarantine.
Now I'm free.
Sophia Harris, CBC News, Toronto.